So we're in Fresno, California. We just finished installing a tankless water heater on the outside wall. This used to be a little water heater closet, obviously not deep enough. They had just a metal panel that kind of bowed out and around it, stuck in the corner. It's only about 15 inches deep, so bad place for a water heater. Anyways, we got it demoed apart, and the hot and cold waters are coming from above and down below, tied in. So nobody can seal the pipes. We talked to the homeowner, and she said, whatever we got to do, mount the water inside, outside, whatever, doesn't matter, so they can get this patch back in, and you'll have exposed piping here. Feel free to mount this wherever you would like. There's lots of room in this cord here. This is for your controller. It's probably about 4 feet in there, so you can mount it on a side wall wherever you'd like. We just wanted to get it on the wall so that we could get your water heater up and running, test it, and see how it is. So again, so we've tied in hot and cold, and brought it down, dielectric unions. We have some brass nipples and 90s here. That's all we had on the truck, but that's still not enough to separate the two metals, maybe from a point of view of the inspector, because we do have another iron pipe nipple, and then it goes to copper. So this is a dielectric union, and so hot and cold comes down copper, and we just put a block in there. You could do that the entire back. I mean, just put blocks like that in there, and maybe build a false back and cover this up, and then put some shelves in here. Whatever you want to do. I know you guys are going to remodel here eventually, but anyways, back to the gas. We got that down and stubbed out. It's 1/2 inch from the meter, which is about 12 feet away from us, underneath the house, or on this far side of the house, right over there. So about 12 feet away. So gas is stubbed out. Hot and cold water is stubbed through right there. Controller's mounted out here on the wall. This is the water heater. The homeowner provided this. It's straight out of Home Depot. 180,000 BTU, 9 gallons a minute. And so that's the location right there. They came and actually boxed in a window here, because code now is actually 4 feet from an openable window. So it's 3 foot to the door, foot around the corner to the vent. So we're well within parameters now. So units mounted, and then of course we got a little 6-foot pigtail right here, and mounted that. Licensed electrician came out and ran this power over here from this location to here. So that's not ours, but we put a pigtail on, plugged it in right there, so that's good. And then of course down here, where the 1/2 inch stubs through, we have a 4-inch drip leg, or a dirt leg, whatever you want to call it. It's supposed to be to catch debris in the gas line. So that's on, and then of course 3/4 shutoff valve, full 3/4 inside diameter supply line, gas supply line up to the unit. So that's good. And then of course here is the hot water stub out. It is flopped out here, and the reason being is the water heater was facing the other direction inside the room. So hot, if you're facing looking either direction, you know, hot was on the left. So here's the hot water that comes over and ties into the isolation valve. These are provided by the homeowner. They bought these out of Home Depot as well. They're Webstone, that's what we use, so good product. So hot's tied in. These are Falcon stainless steel connectors over to the Webstone isolation valve. And then of course here, you know, 2 valves. You know, I like to see a shutoff valve here. It's not required because you got a shutoff valve over there, the yellow one. The yellow and the hot, those are both shutoff valves. But if you got to take this apart and do anything, it's nice just to have a 1/4 turn shutoff valve right there. So 1/4 turn, full port, 3/4 ball valve, straight out of Ferguson. I had to make up a nipple there because I didn't have any brass. And of course Falcon stainless steel connector over to the cold side. So isolation valves are in. Hot and cold supply lines are in. Gas line is in, and then this relief line, you know, it's code, but it's a little bouncy. So I mean, we're done with the project, but I think what we're going to do is come back and or when we get done with this video, is just take a couple 45s and get it over to the building, so we can strap it, just to help keep this from moving around. And then of course down at the bottom we'll have to you know, dump it back out so it's not against the building, so a couple 90s down below. But that's just a little bit of soldering. So but everything out here is good. We've run the unit, ran 3 fixtures off it in there. We had the tub running, the kitchen sink running, and the lavatory sink running, so everything's good. It's set at 120. Leave it there. Anything above that, you run the risk of scalding. Even 120 is pretty piping hot if you have small children around. So anyways, that is it for this installation. Any problems with the installation, give the holler, we'll come back out and take care of it right away. Outside of that, this installation is done.